reacting to rain.
To make a huge, impressive Minecraft house. Some people just...
No, they always need to make a 6-foot tall house. And I don't know.
want a small, quick and easy first night house that they make do with for the rest of the time, and that's absolutely fine. And in this video I'm going to show you the quickest and easiest ways to make some Minecraft houses. However, I'm not going to bore you by making a dirt house or just digging a hole in the side.
What? No, you're supposed to be making that. That looks the best. And we all know it does. Oh no, I can't. Okay, let's go. Let's watch.
That can be done in minutes. So, let's get into it. So the first one that I want to show you is a dark oak forest house, and this is the giant mushroom that you can find. We're going to be doing this in survival, and all you need to do is knock out one part of the mushroom, add a floor, which you can get wood for in the surroundings, add a door, and that is literally it. It is one of the fastest houses you can make, and extend it by bone mealing a few red mushrooms either side of it, and then add another floor in, knock through one of the walls, and you've got yourself a very quick and easy house. It took only 2 to 3 minutes to make this entire house, and I barely had to do anything for it. The red mushroom was there, I had to get a bit of bone meal, all of that was in survival, very easy to do. Next up is one that you probably already know. It's, well, a tree house, but with any build that we're going to be doing in this, especially as we're doing it in survival, there will be a bit of tree cutting. So you need to just find a big tree, then you knock out some of the leaves in the top, kind of like the mushroom build, and then you've got a workable space which you can then add chests and your crafting table and anything like that. It actually only took me about 1.5 minutes to make this from scratch, and all I started with was a stone axe to collect some logs. So if you want to make a quick house without making a dirt house, maybe this is the way to go, and there's always room to expand.
I'll make it lower. First, lower.
This one as well. The next house is probably the one that's going to take up the majority of this video, because it involves transforming a desert temple. As you can see, most of the build is already done, with a little bit of lighting up, and of course we need to go down underneath and raid this thing. So you just dig down, make sure you don't blow it up. In fact, you can take all the free TNT and all of the free goodies, including the chests themselves. Don't forget to take those, because that saves you a lot of wood as well. All of those things will help set you up for the rest of the build. Now you could just leave it like this if you wanted to, but I wanted to make this a bit more of a friendly space. So what I'm going to do is take out certain parts, especially down here in the middle, add all of the chests as my storage, and for the most part, this middle section is done. I can open up the area to some of the towers either side. Other than that, this space is done. However, if we go up and above where we've already sealed in the roof, and we take out the pyramid part of this, we can then make this a much more efficient space, and we can collect a lot of sandstone at the same time. So what I think you can do with a base like this is obviously connect it up with a staircase so that you've got a more workable build, but on the top layer, what you can do is create some actual farmland. Now, collecting the dirt will actually take you a little bit of time. This isn't a particularly fast house, but it is one of the most efficient ways to create a large house. All of the ones that I've shown you with the red cap and the tree house have been incredibly small, so small that there's barely room to move. This is a big house, and I don't think you could make anything quite as big as fast as this. So, as you can see, I've just made a little area on the top. I've sealed off all the little entrances here with some sandstone walls to stop the mobs just walking in as they please. And that gives me a pretty safe space up here on the balcony. I found a little bit of grass, and using the bones from the chests from underneath all of the loot, I was able to get a fair amount of seeds. Then, quickly digging a mine underneath, I was able to get some cobblestone and some other various materials that are necessary. All of this seems like it would take a long time, but honestly it didn't, and I'll tell you how long this took at the end. but then I was able to make my stone hoe, start farming a little bit. I was able to plant a sapling so that I could get some trees and some logs, all of your various things. I even then took some time to decorate the front of this, seeing as I wanted to make this a bit better. All of that ended up with a farm, a tree farm, and a fully solid house. But you can take this one step further, of course, by making this into an actual mansion. All you would have to do is add a bit of a roof on the top, connect it all up, and this could end up being a really quick mansion. I mean, look at that. That doesn't look half bad, and I barely built any of it at all.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Next up, we're going to go into one of the rarest biomes, the ice spike biome, and we're going to make a house in one of the large spikes. Now, we're going to have to collect a lot of things for this, and probably the most difficult thing to collect is some soul sand. You can do this without soul sand because I know that it is actually really unreasonable to ask someone